I am Yuto Sakamori. In 1942, as a young translator, I suddenly found myself in a unit that everyone spoke about in whispers. Unit 731. Today I will tell you what was truly being researched there, as far as I could witness. The commanders called the research experiments, but these were not like scientific studies in universities. The real goal was to gain a biological and environmental advantage that could change the course of the war. Even the terms used in the reports I translated were terrifying: spread model, impact capacity, resilience threshold, control zone expansion. One of the main focuses of Unit 731 was the speed of infectious disease spread and environmental durability. Some of the research examined how a disease behaved under cold, hot, or humid conditions, how its spread changed with population density, how effective carrier insects were, how quickly an area could become contaminated. The technical reports I translated were full of mathematical simulations, graphs, and results tables. The language of the reports revealed the theoretical nature of biological weapons research. Another common type of report focused on the behavior of carriers such as fleas, mosquitoes, and flies. The documents included at which temperatures they reproduced fastest, how far they could travel, how long they survived. The purpose of this research was clear: to understand how disease-carrying insects could be used in warfare. Some reports studied how humans responded to extreme cold or heat. Technically, these studies were classified under physiological adaptation tests. The doctors aimed to determine soldier endurance in cold regions, rate of frostbite or heat impact, necessary protective equipment. Unit 731 did not only deal with diseases. One of the thickest files I translated was titled Regional Water Sources and Food Chain Contamination Analysis. This file assessed the persistence of biological agents in water, how long they remained effective, how local consumption habits could accelerate the spread. The military's aim was this: if an area's infrastructure collapsed, could epidemics be controlled? One day I received a report from Dr. Kanda's desk. The title was simply Experiment Series K, Large-Scale Spread Scenarios. It analyzed with graphs how diseases could jump from city to city, the source points and the chains of infection. These studies clearly showed how biological agents could be used as weapons in future conflicts. Most of the research was never published as scientific papers. It was stored in military archives, and much of it was burned in the final days of the war. But I had seen enough documents. The unit's purpose was not to fight disease, it was to turn disease into a weapon. Looking back today, I understand the true meaning of the translations I did. At the time, I thought I was translating numbers, tables, and graphs. In fact, they were pieces of one of the darkest research programs in history. I am Yuto Sakamori. Even decades later, I cannot forget the sentences written in those notebooks. The wars of the future will be invisible. That is why I tell this story, no matter how painful history is. If it is unknown, it will be repeated.